Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lever Talks. My name is Rob, and we are in the works finally for a Khamzat Chimaev and Gilbert Burns showdown. Right now, I believe it's rumored for around the start of April. I haven't seen or confirmed yet. If anyone has any more additional information, definitely post me down a comment down below if we found anything solid. But I understand the fight is in the works right now. They are talking back and forth and they're trying to negotiate contracts. Very interesting fight. We talked about this probably about 3 months ago. I don't even know if I've had this channel for 4 months. We talked about 3 months ago with Gilbert Burns and Khamzat Chimaev matchup. It's going to be very interesting because they both have stand-up qualities and they both have obviously wrestling qualities. Gilbert Burns is a massive wrestler. He's also well, he's not a massive wrestler, but he's very good at wrestling. He also have a pretty tight jiu-jitsu background, if I remember rightly. So Khamzat Chimaev is going to have to be careful if the fight goes to the ground. But Khamzat Chimaev so far has been hit once, twice. Someone commented earlier once. He only been hit once in 4 fights. I think it was 2-3 times. I can't quite remember. Anyhow, it doesn't make a difference. Being only hit for less than 4 times in 4 fights is absolutely insanity. So this would be the first real high-level opponent in the UFC which Khamzat Chimaev would be facing, and I think ultimately it's a really good test because I mean we saw Gilbert Burns fight a lot of the welterweight division, and we'll see how this plays out. I'm interested to see Khamzat go kind of like a full 5-rounder, if not a full 3-rounder, whichever is UFC's preference, but I would like to see him see a 5-rounder from him. I know he called out Dana White and said he wants to fight 2 people on one night. I don't think that's going to happen. I think ultimately what will happen here is he'll fight Gilbert Burns. If Khamzat Chimaev wins, then it's either going to be a title fight right out the gate, if Kamaru Usman's still around and he hasn't retired by then, or they're going to put him up against Colby Covington, being that the obviously recently released Jorge Masvidal Colby Covington fights got released for the month before. Depending how much damage Khamzat takes in the start of April fight, that could line up for maybe an early mid-May fight between those two, which would then have a title fight come probably if those two fight mid-May, then you'd probably be looking at a potential title fight September time, I guess. It depends what happens with Usman, right? With the whole what's his name? Can't remember his name now. He's so unimportant to me. Leon Edwards, right? It depends what happens with the Leon Edwards fight. It's if Leon Edwards and Usman fight in around April, around that same time, then obviously you're probably gonna have a title fight around September. But I have a feeling that Usman's gonna retire. So I've said this from the start. I think Usman will retire from the UFC after he's beaten Edwards. I don't know if he'll ever face Khamzat Chimaev. I don't know. I mean, Usman's still at his peak, if not peaking. He's older too. He's peaked late, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing because he's a lot smarter fighter, right? And his stand-up game's really improved. So very interesting to see what happens on that. My prediction is that he will in fact retire come the end of the Edwards fight. If that fight does happen, UFC could kibosh it. Maybe they might not want to do the Edwards fight if the Khamzat Chimaev fight's there, because that's gonna be a big fight if that happens, right? But we'll see. So if Khamzat beats Gilbert Burns, is gonna propel him into the top 5 real quick. Probably put him as number 2 contender, number 3 contender. Who's next after that? I mean, you're either gonna have a Masvidal or you're gonna have Colby Covington. Whoever wins that fight in March, that's what's gonna happen, right? So we'll see what happens. Definitely interested to see how these fights roll out in the next 4 months. Exciting start to the UFC in 2022 with all this real world stuff going on. It's always nice to kind of fall back to something like this to focus your interests and do something different. Enjoy the content as it comes out. For those who are obviously already in the US watching these fights, in person, you're lucky. In some places we're still going through lockdown, right? So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you think will win between Gilbert Burns and Khamzat Chimaev. My thoughts would be it'll probably be Khamzat. Will he finish it decisively, or will it go the full 3 or 5 rounds? You guys let me know what you think. And in the meantime, if you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that little bell that notifies you the next time I go live, so you do not miss out on these types of things. And I appreciate everyone who does. And if I haven't already said so, happy new year, and I will see you on the next one.